Valkyria Chronicles 4, the latest installment into the Valkyria Chronicles franchise, and is one of the most well received as well. So how do I feel about this latest installment into the franchise? Well, let's take a look. Like past Valkyria Chronicles games, this one takes place during the Second European War, being fought between the Atlantic Federation and the East Empire. You follow the events of Squad E, who fights for the Atlantic Federation. They are led by Claude, who acts as the game's main protagonist. You basically fight the war from their experience, fighting different battles, experiencing what they go through throughout the war. If you are familiar with this game series, then this story setup isn't new to you. However, though, they do some new stuff, and good stuff with it. For example, there is actually one DLC mission in this game where you work with Squad 7 from the first game. Having played and beat the first game myself, I thought this was a cool addition to the game. There are also squad stories that gives attention to other squad members that are not part of the main characters in this game. I think this is good because in past games, the characters, you could tell they had personalities, but you never really got to know them. But in this game, it gives you an opportunity to know them. The story in this game is a good improvement over past games. Now let's take a look at the gameplay. The gameplay is part strategy, part third-person shooter. The strategy element is in the map, where you get to choose what units you get to decide, and then you have to move them to a strategic location. The third person comes in when you take control of those units and move them for a limited amount of space depending on the class to take out an enemy unit. You also have a few vehicles to choose from, including tanks that you can take into battle with you. You have several classes of units to choose from in this game to take to battle. Some of the main classes include the Scout, the Sniper, and the Machine Gunner. Every class has different abilities and different weapons that you will need to utilize to win each battle. As a fan of strategy games, I love all the strategy elements in this game, and the fact that you can control each troop adds a little unique spin on it. There's not too many troops, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. The leveling up system in this game is pretty good as well. Instead of leveling up each unit individually, you level up an entire class of troop. I like this setup because it means you can take every unit of that class into battle with confidence and you don't have to leave anyone out. You can also upgrade all the classes at the same rate, which means you can take all the units into battle on equal footing. All these elements creates a great gameplay experience. Now let's see how the game looks. The graphics and art in this game have a real anime style to them. Ranging from the spiky hairstyles to the eyes, they definitely took a lot of inspiration from anime and manga. It is very well executed, all the animation scenes look great, the characters look good, and run very smoothly. It's not a huge leap from previous games, but I think that's a good thing because this series has its own art style to it that it's trying to maintain, and I think that's smart. So while it's not a huge improvement from past games, it still looks really good and plays out very well. While this game has not improved much in terms of graphics and art, it has improved in almost everything else. The squad stories gives a much deeper look into all the side characters, and the battle sequences have had a lot of great additions added to them. If you're a fan of this franchise already, I highly recommend looking into this game, and if you're new to the series, I recommend it all the same. I give Valkyria Chronicles 4 a 4 out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment and let me know what you think of this game. And if you liked the video, feel free to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want notifications, and if you would like to support the channel and help it grow, you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day.